Hey guys, this is Lexis.
This is Nikki.
And this is Don't Say That Shhh,
a podcast where we talk about politically correct issues
in a politically incorrect society. A.K.A. shit you ain't supposed to say. Ow. What's up?
This is Nicole.
And this is Lexi. How y'all doing this week? You know, holidays just passed. Whatever holiday. Holidays. Some people used to say. Zwarte Piet.
I just learned how to pronounce it. It's Piet Day.
It's Piet Day. It's Zwarte Piet. We've been having some discussion, some dialogue about all these crazy holidays we celebrate and where they actually came from.
Beautiful. Crazy.
That beautiful, crazy holidays. Some people, I know somebody who's called it the holidays because he knew somebody who died like in between a day, so he called it the holidays. I'm like, that's so like just dark. Like, why would you call it the holidays? Take the good from it. Don't take the bad from it, you know?
He crazy.
Nah, he's just one of those people. We got on this topic because we were having a great discussion with this guy that we met a couple of weeks ago. Should we name drop?
Oh yeah, Godfrey, the comedian.
So we met Godfrey a couple of weeks ago, and he was the set was dude. Amazing,
very down to earth.
Yeah, and he gave us some pointers on like things we were just talking about. We had some dialogue about Zwarte Piet. And
so let me stop you. So before we even met him, remember we was already discussing it amongst ourselves.
Yes.
And your mom asked why the hell. She was like, like these holidays are like very. She didn't say satanic, but she were like they were pagan.
Right.
And I was like, wait. I was like, is pagan good or bad? And it's just funny how the universe works because then we ended up going to his show.
And he's talked about it.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about his set because you have to go to see him. Pay your money and go see him. You'll know what the set is like. It was a great show. I laughed so hard the entire time. My stomach was hurting me.
His guy in the beginning too was funny.
Yeah, Andre. The black Asian.
Yeah.
The Blasian.
His name was Andre. But he was Asian.
He's actually his co-host on his podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have a good time. His voice is very
So that's why I keep saying Zwarte Piet, because in the beginning he was pronouncing it, and it's like he knows the origins of these words and how to pronounce them. Because we pronounce them like whatever the phonetic is in English, but it's different when you get to like the root words and where they came from, where they originated from.
Right. So it's right, because they're not all American English words.
Mm-hmm.
They're some of them are German,
Latin,
some of them
Slavic.
are Celtic.
What is the word you kept saying earlier?
Galaic?
Yeah,
Galaic. So you have to know those words, but we phonetically pronounce things in English, so it's kind of weird. So that's why people, when they read Spanish, they be like llama. It's llama.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right, because of double L's.
Como se llama, like that. So they be, they mess up the words, or like my grandmother's name is Saldana, and you best probably say Saldana. It's like,
like Zoe Saldana.
It's Zoe Saldana, right?
To me, it's Saldana, damn it, because I'm American. And we got BDE, and we can say
because it's the alphabet. So guys, you should, because we're gonna get real wordy today on some of the things. You should look at other languages, other origins, the origins of the words you're reading, because it's not necessarily.
Did you ever
English
take
doesn't
Pig
trump
Latin
all.
in high school?
I have the Pig Latin book, so I had the book where you could show like all the ways to like go back and forth and do that stuff, like make all the words up, which is pretty cool because it helps you with phonetics. It helps you, do that. I didn't take Latin because Latin is a dead language, but they do make you take Latin classes when you do prep for SATs. Because they say they help it with the English part.
What the hell is Latin class? What is
Latin,
that?
yeah, they have Latin class so that you can learn the words and the origins, and then if
so
they
it's
say
not
people,
Spanish.
No, Latin. No, not Latin. Like Latino. No, like Latin, like the dead language. Like,
girl, what?
Yeah. So Latin is where a lot of the words we have come from. So we got the Latin origin. I'm gonna look it up right now. It's derived from the Etruscan and Greek alphabet. There you go. Boom. Originally spoken in the Roman and Latium. We're going off topic. The producers are saying we're going off topic. I know they're about to say that. But we're just talking about the words because we're just saying we're going to get a little wordy today. We want you to make sure you look up the words. We may pronounce a little wrong. Don't come for us, but we're trying the best we can. So, here we come. That great transition into these pagan holidays that you. So like,
let me stop saying that.
I don't think that's a. Is that a pagan holiday? I think that's just their celebration that they have.
Girl, it might be. We not Dutch.
It might be. We'll touch on that later.
Sweden,
but we're not going to talk about Zwarte Piet right now. If you want to listen to Zwarte Piet, you look at Godfrey's channel. He has that already on there. So we're going to talk about the pagan holidays and how all of you guys celebrate all these pagan holidays, even though you're so Christian. Well,
a lot of people don't really know that they're pagan holidays, honestly.
I think they just don't care. You think that's
so ignorant is not knowing. So
ignorant is not bliss.
So what I want, it can be. It is bliss. They say that all the time. Ignorance is bliss.
I think they say that to make you feel better about your stupidity.
So let me ask you something, like on some real, like, so if you know something is halfway wrong, but you don't want to take the time to research it, can you be blissfully ignorant? Because I don't want to know the origins to that. Because I know once I know whatever it is, not just about the holidays, but in general. So
that's like saying if I know I'm gonna get drunk, I know drinking makes me get drunk, and then I keep drinking, and that doesn't and then that doesn't make any sense. Like, you already know what it's gonna do to you, so you know what I'm saying. Like, if you like, I don't drink because I know what it does to me, but I'm gonna try it out still. No, it's still you still know what road you're going down. Like, if you already know, you don't start it, or if you know, you accept it for what it is. So you accept the holidays for what they are, and acknowledge that you're not all the way Christian.
So, paganism. Is being a pagan, is it bad or is it good?
Well, we may not say if it's bad or good. That's for you to decide. Yes. So we're not gonna call out that part. We just, that's our little spin on it. But we're trying to say, how does it kind of like fit into your life?
Heathen is also another name for a pagan.
Heathenism?
You heathens.
Heathen.
Yeah.
Heathens, like the thoughts.
A heathen is a woman, or what is it? I know people use it for women, like adulterous women, but
adulterous women, only adulterous women, not adulterous men.
No, because men cannot be adulterous. Duh.
No. So we're going to talk about why do we do what we do? Why do we celebrate these holidays? As the season comes upon us, all these Thanksgiving, Halloween. You see how they push that all together? Halloween, Thanksgiving.
Yes, they do. Listen, in Christmas. September, it's lit. It's getting around that Halloween, like the end of October.
Yeah.
It's lit.
And why do we put so much like emphasis on these holidays? We make sure we make a big deal out of it, and we celebrate the holidays and then we use these things to like justify why we celebrate it.
And y'all cannot say that we don't make it a big deal, because you know why? I remember growing up, even as young as like 5, 6, I would watch like Home Improvement, and they would have these Halloween episodes,
right? Christmas,
everything like with The Simpsons,
right?
They make it into your regular everyday TV, the TV shows that come on 5 days a week. So y'all can't tell me that they don't make a big deal from these holidays, because they do.
They show it on Lifetime. They have a whole Lifetime Christmas thing that goes on.
It's like the whole month, the 25 days of Christmas,
and if you I think on Thanksgiving they show
30 days of Halloween.
30 days of Halloween. Ooh, yeah. Even the 12 days of 14 days of Valentine's Day. All these things they make
14 days of Valentine's Day.
They do stuff like that. They'll do 12 days of Christmas. My true love gave to me. A
partridge
in a pear tree. Bullshit. Give me diamonds, Nick. So why do we say we're celebrating these Christian holidays? I'm doing air quotes just in case. So that's my air quote voice.
Who said they was Christian?
Well, we're gonna get to that. When these holidays are technically kind of pagan based, Wiccan, satanic. We're gonna get a little dark.
Also, for the purpose of the podcast, we know that there are a lot of different pagans. So we're going to be strictly talking about the satanic and the Wicca traditions and rituals, and some pagans. So we're not mentioning
and some neo-paganism as we wrap it up.
So the neo-paganism is like the new things,
the new people. So what they've come to be now. So like how they have the Christians that. I'm not going to get what the Christians do, but the Christians that now celebrate these new things, they get like this new wave of Christianity, and they accept all these other things that they weren't originally accepted because they're trying to be open.
Because we're progressive.
Yeah, we're progressive Christians, but we still follow the book that they say has these laws or whatever.
But God doesn't change.
God has not changed since the beginning of the time, because he's the same God. He gonna change that ass when you get to heaven and be like, remember that time, Lexus, when you were celebrating Halloween? I'll be like, well, damn, God.
Who said that?
Right, who said that, God? So I want to just briefly talk about. I'm just gonna name the 8 major holidays that we researched, and I just want to. We're not gonna get into
which
them,
ones. The ones that are from the Bible,
the pagan holidays that happen to coincide with the Christian holidays.
Yes,
right. So we got. I'm gonna start with so first of all, they have this calendar. Oh, it's not a calendar. It's a wheel. It's a wheel. So the pagans have a wheel, and the wheel basically goes kind of like astrology. Now that I'm thinking about it, about it again.
Don't even get to that because you're gonna make me want to stop getting into astrology because I've been
like the astrological, like the wheel. They have the same thing in the pagan rituals where they have this wheel that starts with spring, but I'm going from how my list came. So I got the Yule, which is December 21st, with the winter solstice. Imbolc, with Imbolc, which is a Gaelic tradition in an ancient Celtic tradition, culture, and it's around Groundhog Day. It used to be called Candlemas. So that's one of the
what
things.
I wanted to ask you, but it's like off topic. But I did want to know a little bit about Groundhog Day.
We'll get there.
Is that pagan?
Yeah. Technically, they have some other stuff here, but I'll get into that when we get there. Okay. So we got Ostara, which is the spring equinox, so March 21st. You guys know when the beginning of new life. Ostara. That's when they say that their year begins. So Ostara, which is also Esther with Easter. So you got that. Yeah, it actually starts with Ostara.
Okay,
and then it goes to Eostre, which is Eostre, and then you got Easter. So then you see how they came back to that. Now you got Easter and you got these damn bunnies laying eggs. But we ain't going to get there right now. Then you got Beltane, which is May Day. And that signifies femininity, the celebration of femininity, A.K.A. Mother's Day. Right? So then you got Litha, which is June 21st, the longest day of the year, the summer solstice. Then you got Llamas. Now, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly because, it could be a little different, but that's around August 1st, where they're talking about like there's the end of the summer and you need to start preparing for the fall, for harvest season, for the winter, not bad times about to come, but like the starting of the death of everything.
Cold.
Yeah. So the death of everything, pretty much.
Dark.
Then they got Mabon, which is September 21st, which is the autumn solstice. So that's the first day of fall, and it's when nature's kind of winding down. Everything's coming to an end. You're paying tribute to the process of the harvest season and everything of how whatever you reap what you sow. So maybe that came from that. You reap what you sow. So there you go. So then we got Samhain. I know it sounds like that, but it's spelled Samhain. And this is when they do Halloween, October 31st. They also do bonfires to ward off evil spirits. So that's kind of like satanic, Wiccan type things you got going on there.
They just want to get rid of them spirits.
They want to get rid of them evil spirits. So they said this is the veil. The veil between the world of the living and the world of the dead is supposed to be at the thinnest on this day. So that's why they say that they got this Halloween, the hollows and the spirits. And what pagans say is supposed to reflect on the deceased people and how their death plays a role in your life. Mm-hmm. So when you think about it like that, you're like, oh, it's not so bad. But we're not talking about bad or good. We're talking about how we've kind of altered our reality by using these pagan holidays and coinciding them with Christianity. And if you technically celebrate these pagan holidays, are you really Christian? You know what I mean? Can you call yourself both Christian and pagan? How does it really work? Aren't you just spiritual and not, are you spiritual or are you a pagan? So today we're going to discuss 3 of these holidays. We're going to get into the celebrations, how they kind of overlap with the practices, the symbols, and the rituals and the dates. So that's where we're going to go right here. I think that's a good one. So we're just going to go to Easter. Halloween, winter solstice, and the Yule log. The Yule log? Spring equinox.
We're going to talk about the spring equinox.
Equinox. Sorry, guys. Got some show notes here.
Because it's so much.
It's so much. It's so much to digest when you really think about it. It's like your whole life. It's so much
that comes from...
So how did Halloween begin?
Oh, the spirits. Dia de los Muertos. No,
yeah,
that's
right.
It's the Day of the Dead. But that's a whole couple of days. That's actually 31st. if I'm not mistaken, 31st, always the 2nd. But yeah, we're not going to get into that. But that's all of them kind of coincide together. So we have Dia de los Muertos, we have Halloween, which is Hallows, and then we have All Souls Day or All Hallows Day for the Christians. So it's crazy how they all kind of coincided together on the same date. Don't you think that's kind of weird coincidence?
So okay, I'm kind of quiet because I was like looking at the book. So we were recommended to read a book called African People and European Holidays, a mental genocide. So I didn't get the book yet. I'm gonna get it tonight and I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna make a reference back to it on our Instagram. Don't say that 3 H's.